Hey guys, welcome back to Just Carve Rob. What are we doing today, Rob? Well, we're doing arts and crafts today. Okay, so what I got here is a piece of wood. I think it's pine, actually, or mahogany, one of the two. It's got pretty wide grain in it. It's 1 inch wide. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Yep, 1 inch wide by, 2.5 inches wide. So it's 1 by 2. It's dimensionally correct. 1 by 2. Okay? We're going to make a strop for sharpening knives. Went down to Hobby Lobby. Picked me up this piece of blue leather. Blue leather right here. You see it's pretty thin. I cut this down and I put it on my big belt sander to make sure the surface is flat, okay? So when you're sharpening your knife, you don't got no big dips in your wood, right? Because you're going to be drawing your knife backwards. And you see I made that, I wanted something a little bit bigger than my blade, which is 1 3 inches. Well, this is 2 inch knife. My other one's 1 3/4 inches. So I can get the whole blade in one strop like that. Okay, so what I do when I sharpen my knife is I got my leather on there with my buffing compound. Put my finger on the edge of the knife. Almost no pressure. It's just to make sure the knife is at the right angle here. Okay? So I'll put my finger on there and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I flip the knife over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I know you guys have seen these strops that are the backer is really thin. Okay, I like having mine a little bit thick, that 1 inch, because you can see I'm not going to drag my knuckles on the tabletop when I'm sharpening a knife. So I want it a little bit thick so the knife sits up high and I can strop my knife. See, this one here I made a long time ago is way thinner. But when I go to strop my knife, my hand hits. And this one here was made out of an old belt. Okay, and a piece of old piece of oak I had laying around. Skinny little piece of oak. But you know, belts aren't that wide. So I figured I need a new bench. You see how I got to do that 1, then I got to come up here 2, and then up here 3. I figured I need a new bench drop. This thing, I made this way back about when I first started carving. I think it's been 3 years now. 3 years we've been on YouTube. Okay? So I figured, well, I think it's time to make a new one. So I was down at Hobby Lobby, and I seen this thin piece of leather. And I'm thinking I'm going to go with a thin piece of leather this time because this is the thickness of a belt. And when you push down on your knife blade, you can actually see the leather deform. So it might be well, this was a really cheap belt too. So, yeah, okay. So, how are you going to get that leather on there, Rob? Well, we have some of this general purpose Loctite adhesive spray. So let's get this all over the shop floor with all the wood chips. I'm not going to spray it on the table. So we put a generous amount on our board. Let's see, how do you use should have read this before I did it, huh? Shake can, well, we did that. Blah, 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 yap, yap, yap. Okay. So I guess we'll take our piece of leather here. Now leather is bigger than the block of wood. So we're just going to kind of center it on that block of wood. Like that. And then we're going to let her dry. I wonder if I want to wrap it over the ends. Okay, so we'll set this off to the side and let it dry. Then we'll come back and we can trim it up if we want to, or we can fold it. It's long enough we can fold it right over the ends. Oh, I didn't tell you how long this piece of wood was, did I? Nope. Okay. Man, why is my camera way over there? Okay. So this is, block of wood is 7 inches long. Okay. And let's see this. This is the Leather Factory. It was $4. Okay. So we'll let that set up. And then we can put our compound on here after this gets stuck down. No, it ain't stuck down yet. Okay. And then we'll come back once we put our compound on. Oh yeah, that's grabbing that knife nice, even with no compound on it. So you just want to put the tip of I just put the tip of my finger on my blade. Now at one time I had a problem with my blade. It seemed like it was always chipping. So all I did was make that edge a little bit thicker. Woo-hoo, who's that? And I just rocked my blade up just a little bit. So I keep my finger at the end of the down here. I'm actually sliding my finger along that leather. Like that. And that should sharpen your knife up. See, we got a piece of paper here. Yep. Actually, we got several pieces of paper there. Yeah, this knife really needs to be sharpened. Okay, so we got to put our compound on here yet, but you can see where we're going with it. I need a different piece of paper. That piece is all wobbled up there. So it sharpens it up pretty good. Even though we don't have no compound on it yet. Another trick I use is if you let your knife get in really bad shape. I got some thick leather and I glued it all together, and then I took a hole saw, it's a 4-inch hole saw, and I drilled the hole. Well, this is the hole. I drilled through those leather stacks after they're glued, and the hole saw has a drill bit in it. I put this 1/4-inch bolt through there, and then with it all nice and tight, I put it in my drill, and I went over to the belt sander. And I slowly ground this so that it's round, nice and round. And I'll throw that into a drill. You think I'd have one around here, wouldn't you? To sharpen my blades quicker. Okay, I got a drill and this is a new drill. I got it at Harbor Freight. They were on sale. Actually, these were being discontinued. It's a Braun 20 lithium battery. And then you can take that and run it down on first gear. And you can see it puts a mirror finish on that blade, right? So that's another trick. You can make a power strop. That's what that's called. They do sell them. They're like $100 to put on your bench for the wheel. To put on a, I don't know if you'd want to use it on a bench grinder. You might want something that spins slower than that. I like the drill. Like, I got a vise over here that I lock the drill into, and then I turn it on. I can use both hands. Use both hands to sharpen it. Okay. Compound. A lot of places sell compound. I've got blue, which I like, works really well, and I've got green. I think we're going to use the green because I can't seem to locate my blue right this second. I don't know what I did with it either. But you can order your compound. Well, here's the blue. You can order your compound through Amazon. I like the blue. They make blue, green, and yellow. I believe Flex Cut uses the yellow. And all you do is you take your compound, blue compound and the blue. What were you thinking about, Rob, with the blue leather? But you want to load this leather up with your compound. It's about the same color blue too. I've seen some people use a heat gun to help melt the compound into the leather. I don't know if that's good. I've seen a couple people do it. Okay, so once you get your compound loaded up on that leather, you'll feel it. You'll feel the drag. It really drags. Like that. And just come over to the other side. I always keep my finger right on that edge. Don't push down on it because you'll end up putting a bow. You'll end up wearing more off the middle than the sides. So basically the finger is just there to keep the angle correct. And then we're just dragging it back. If you start sharpening, like putting your knife on an angle like that, sharpening it, you're going to mess your blade up. Then you'll have to use diamond stones or diamond things, diamond slicks to get that blade back down where it belongs. Then once you get used to it, see, I still put my finger there just because I like doing it that way. It helps keep the even pressure across the blade. I don't know if this is helping you guys or not, but and as we go along using this, you know, the compound will over time will build up on it and get thicker and thicker. But you'll definitely be able to tell a difference from when you put the compound. If you just try the slick leather, you'll feel there's almost no drag. But then when you get the compound worked into it, you can really feel it drag on the knife. Like that. Let's see if it's sharper. Yeah, I'd say she's sharpened up pretty good from there. Don't want to cut them a little wolfy. Can even do circles. Okay, so now that we made a mess, So we'll try it on the back of our block, see how it cuts. Oh, that's cutting really good. Okay, we got a piece of basswood here. Let's see how it cuts on the basswood. Oh, wow. Zip right through that. Yeah, nice and shiny. That's what you want to see. We'll go... Now remember, this is the end, so the grain's running this way. So now we're cutting across the straws, right? Oh yeah, there we go. Nice shiny cut. No, don't see no drag marks in that cut. You'll notice when your blade starts getting dull, you'll start seeing drag marks in your cuts. It'll be like little white lines. But that's working good. Okay, so that's it for that, guys. Basically, we made a... Yeah, we gotta let our glue sit a little bit more. We made a strop. Nothing fantastic. Just a block of wood. A piece of leather I got from Hobby Lobby. At cutting pads everybody uses. Gotta get them wood chips off there. And you want to make sure you keep your strop clean, unlike me. All right. So then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, and then we flip it over and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Oh yeah, look at that. Nobody's business. So that's how I sharpen my my knives anyway. And dull knives cut, guys. Dull knives is what will hurt you. Sharp knives usually are much safer than dull knives. So you may have to, if you can't sharpen your knife, or you don't want to be bothered with sharpening your knife, I would suggest learn how to sharpen your knife though, because you should sharpen your knife about every time you. So each time you carve for more than 15 minutes, you should sharpen your knife. All right, so that's it. Be awesome, carve something awesome, and we will catch you on the next one. All right, bye bye.